Welcome, and come aboard on our liveaboard cruise while we spend 5 days and nights in the Andaman Sea, diving the Similan and Surin Islands.
I'm Cody.
And I'm Chey. Our stars aligned, allowing us to travel.
So we packed our bags and left our home in Eugene, Oregon.
Join us while we chase the endless summer.
Oh, wonderful.
We are about to board.
It's the first night, and it's a little bit stormy, and it's a little bit rocky, and at least one of us is a little bit seasick. But we're here getting kitted up for our first dive. Wake-up calls at 6 a.m., and we'll be in the water by 7.
Sure will. I'm not sick.
It's not me. Got done with our first night dive after 3 day dives, and it started as a completely hectic dive. It was just raining like crazy, and then as soon as you go into the water, everything gets peaceful, you get a little bit warmer, and it was a really cool dive. We saw a lot of really interesting things. Nighttime is completely different. We saw
Lobster, a really awesome cuttlefish.
yeah, it looks like the Kraken had like a pet.
Yeah, he's actually kind of cute. So
Yep.
I thought it was a squid at first.
Yep, and different fish are active. Some fish are sleeping, and other fish are out like scavenging for food and hunting. So some of them that normally are kind of lazy, or it looks like they're playing almost.
And you just have to be careful where you're shining your lights and not to shine like the bright middle part like directly at a fish. But yeah, I like the night dives. It's kind of like being in space.
Yeah.
It is the end of our second day. We were at Similan National Park again today. We take off from here tomorrow.
Yep, we were mostly diving on Koban, and we saw a couple really cool baby turtles and a whole school of barracuda.
Yeah, that was really awesome. It was kind of like at the end of a very like lackluster dive, and then during our safety stop, like a huge school of barracuda came like pretty close to Cody actually, like maybe like 5 feet.
Yeah, I thought they were going to disappear, and I like grabbed the camera as quick as I could, and then they ended up swimming right in front of me and splitting off into 2 different groups.
Yeah, it's very cool.
And then we ended the night with a sunset dive.
Yeah, we'd never done one of those before.
Yeah.
It was really awesome. We kind of got permission to like split off on our own, so we got to see a bunch of cool things before they like got scared away by all the people.
It's our 4th day here on the Dolphin Queen.
Absolutely. And we've already seen a lot of really cool things this morning.
Yeah, and we're no longer in the Similan Islands, we're in the Surin Islands.
Correct.
And this is our 2nd dive here. We did a night dive last night and a morning dive today.
Saw like 5 rays, which
Yep.
was really awesome.
And we saw, it was a garden eel,
A garden eel.
a little tiny one coming out of the sand. That was really cool. And somebody saw a shark, but we didn't see it.
Nope, sure didn't. But we did see a scorpion fish.
Yep, and it was yawning.
I missed the yawn.
Ah, bummer.
Was it really cool?
It was pretty cool.
And then we both saw some marlin fish jumping out of the water.
Yeah, after the dive, we're doffing our gear, and a bunch of marlin started jumping out of the water.
Yeah. But we'll show you where we get our dive stuff on.
And the rest of the boat.
The stern of the ship houses all the diving gear where we all have our own stations. Above Our tanks and regulators are attached, and below in these bins, we have our masks, fins, and other gear. Back here is the diving platform. The boat crew is absolutely essential. On top of filling everyone's tanks between dives, they help us get into our gear and safely back onto the boat afterwards. Back here on the upper deck is the common area, where we all share our meals and hold briefings before every dive.
All right, we are just finishing up our liveaboard and coming into port. It's the 5th day.
5th day?
And yesterday we had an amazing dive. Where we were diving?
Richelieu Rock.
Yeah, we did 3 dives there. We did an afternoon dive, an evening dive, and then this morning we did a morning dive. And it was just absolutely mind-blowing, incredible. Yeah.
Cody thinks there were hundreds of thousands of fish. I think it broke a million.
Yeah,
There were
I mean,
so many different schools.
yeah, you would be swimming and there would be one school swimming across your, and you just couldn't see past them, and you would get past the school fish and then there would be a school swimming the other direction. The biodiversity and just biomass of fish there was absolutely insane, from tiny little fish to big schooling, the trevellis.
Trevellis.
Yeah.
Barracuda.
Yep. We saw a seahorse.
Finally saw.
Finally saw a seahorse.
They do exist.
Yep. We found an octopus. Then we finished up our last dive at Ponsoon Wreck, which is just off the shore of Kalalak. So it's not quite in the Similan Islands or the Surin Islands, but it's on the way back. And you couldn't do any wreck penetration, but it was like a nursery for small fish.
Totally.
And there was these really cool fish with crabs, and what they would do is the crab would kind of like dig and maintain the hole, while the fish would keep an eye out for predators. And if the fish saw something of danger, it would wiggle its tail, and then both of them would go hide in the hole.
Yeah, they're a cute little couple.
Yep, very wonderful symbiotic relationship.
We saw some weird eels.
Yeah, they were like this spotted eel.
Yeah, they totally had like a giraffe pattern.
Yeah, we'll have to look up what they were.
And like porcupine fish. Did you see those?
Nope, I
Those
missed
with the
that
little
one.
spines?
I missed that one. I saw one of the biggest puffer fish I've ever seen in my life, right next to one of the biggest lionfish I've ever seen in my life.
Overall, on our trip, we ate really well. We dove a lot.
Yep.
We've never quite done like
4 dives a day for 4 days straight, plus a couple today.
Yeah. So 18 altogether. Over 5 days. It's kind of a lot.
And it was truly one of the most beautiful places that I've ever dove, and we've been diving all throughout Southeast Asia and Mexico, and just one of the most beautiful places I've ever been in the water.